Game speed. One. Ay. One. Two. Three. One. Ano apil ang classic? One. Two. Three. Let's go.
I think it's cool to talk to my pops every day and have something to do with him, keep them all out there with me.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool that I get to talk to my son on a daily basis. Even if it's playing the game, arguing, or me beating him or him beating me, which doesn't happen much, but I had to put that in there for the record. But yeah, it's pretty cool to have this bond with my son.
Maybe we should jump on for a 3v3 game. What do you guys think?
Down.
All right, I'm not, you guys might have to carry me a little bit, but we'll see what happens. Let's do it.
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
A beautiful look from up above. The lights of Dallas, Texas. Our sight tonight. From all of it.
Let's go, Luka!
Very interesting, Alec. Good stuff there. Thank you. So let's take a look at the Los Angeles Lakers starting lineup. The big three for this team all out there. Westbrook the point, LeBron and AD sliding in at the forward spots. Wayne Ellington out there with Dwight Howard. And for Dallas, Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Christian Wood. Then there's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Luka Doncic. And it's Bullock in at the three.
And this is how you fire up your teammates. LeBron with a 10 on that one. Well, it's been 8 years since LeBron won his 4th MVP trophy. A player who's regarded as the best of his generation. Hard to argue he should have more.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize. Down low. And Davis gets it to go on the assist by James.
It's empowering to play with LeBron because if you get open, he will find you.
And LeBron has admitted some irritation with the MVP vote.
Yes, BA. He's come second in the vote 4 times. That's tied with Jerry West and Larry Bird for the most in NBA history. This is a guy accustomed to deciding outcomes. This one is out of his hands.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 3 out of the gate. To the paint. And James gets it to go. James has got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, that's too close. LeBron is too big of a threat to score, especially from the interior.
Just over a minute and a half in. Outside Brunson. And here's Doncic outside. Doncic has got 5 now.
Because opponents have to respect his passing so much. A lot of times, three-pointer is there for Doncic if he wants it.
James outside.
Oh, jam by James. Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a tough BA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rip it in. The Lakers have gone 5 of 5 in this quarter. Solid. Westbrook outside. James double teamed. Back to Westbrook. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Very little resistance around the rim right
You
now.
always
That's the
look
5th straight bucket
everywhere.
they've given up in the paint.
Pass to Doncic. Rebound, the Lakers. Now here's Davis. James, left side.
Palakan.
That's in
Ay,
there.
grabe siya.
Davis with the assist.
Good pa rin.
The raw power of James
The
excels at
James
taking on physical defense and finishing.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Los Angeles. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. Back after this. And a shout out to all the dads out there as we get back to the action here on Father's Day. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Lakers?
Guys, their willingness to attack the basket so far has been great. They're penetrating, finding the holes in the defense, and scoring from close range.
Something else I like out of them so far, they're throwing their bodies around in the paint and scoring inside.
So on the floor for the Lakers to kick off the
Clever.
second quarter. They've got Taylor Horton-Tucker. Johnson is out there with LeBron James. Then it's Kendrick Nunn. And it's Reeves in at the shooting guard position.
Surprising shiftiness of Johnson. The broad shoulders, well-balanced, making him a prototypical and-one candidate.
Finney-Smith checked in for Kleba. And the Lakers also making a switch. Bradley's checked in. And Smitty, there are plenty of good teams in the league. Not many great teams, though. How do you define that, partner? Do you have to win a title to be great?
No, I don't think so. BA, obviously championships matter, but I think being consistent. Look at
Yes,
the
sir.
Suns, teams that have competed for titles over a sustained period. You have to take pride in that too.
And the Lakers with possession here, following the score by Dallas. Pass to James. Over Powell. The
Nice
bank
deep
shot,
ball.
no good. It's stolen by
Ay.
James. Count it. James has got 10.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Ugh, not good.
A uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
And
Oh,
one.
there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Bertans checked in for the Mavericks. Green comes in from Bullock, and that's good as he hits both shots.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Bertans against James. Outside Davis. Takes a turn.
Nice
on
D,
James.
Bertans.
Finney-Smith pulls it in.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
To the middle.
Go yan.
Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. The Lakers have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. To the inside, Ellington. That falls. Nice feed that time for James. James has got 3 assists now in this one. Westbrook against Dinwiddie. Here's Green. James with the block.
Great positioning by LeBron and timing on that block shot.
And it's stolen by Finney-Smith. And now the Mavs on the run. And it's Green missing.
Great opportunity. Just couldn't complete the play.
Yes, getting a little ahead of himself on that play.
Back to Ellington. There's the triple. He buries it from 3. Ellington's got 5 points now this quarter.
And you see the team-first mentality of Anthony Davis, wanting to involve his teammates.
Dinwiddie against Westbrook. Dinwiddie outside. 5 on the clock. Fires the 3. He can't get it to go. And so it's Los Angeles in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Thanks a lot. I'm with Frank Vogel. And, Coach, what's going to be critical in the second half to get this win?
Just be us. We got to go on the three-point line, keep them off the free throw line, make them make contested twos. We got to move the basketball offensively.
Your expectations are always high defensively. Thank you, Coach.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break, ready for the second half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He had 10 points, 3 assists, and 1 steal. And taking a look at the Lakers, Shaq.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You know, LeBron James has been exceptional here, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
We've got Christian Wood. Reggie Bullock is out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. Then there's Jalen Brunson, and it's Doncic in at the point. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. James, left side. Here's Howard. Misses off the left iron. The Mavericks shooting only 31% of the game. Here's Bullock. James with the block. Pass to Ellington. Now Howard. Good D by Finney-Smith. Trying to make up ground here.
And with plenty of time left, you want to play with urgency, but not desperation.
And Davis with the block.
This is what AD gives you at that end. He's made the all-defensive first team.
Bye-bye. One, 2, 3. One, 2, 3.
What build do you guys run with?
Point guard, play shot.
I'm on a heavy.
And I'm on some experimental shooting guard that hasn't been too successful for me. There it is. Nice.
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
How is that for a gorgeous sight? The Washington Monument here in the distance.
Let's go, let's go.
Thank you, Kevin.
Absolutely. David, he knows his role, doesn't he? Thanks for that report. Look at Cleveland's starting group. Mobley and Allen, the two big men inside. Darius Garland is out there with Karis LeVert. And it's Markkanen in at the 3 spot. And for Washington, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then there's Bradley Beal. And there's Porzingis. And it's Neto in at the 1.
Nice D, Jared.
Porzingis.
Nice D, Jared. Nice D.
That shot misses.
Yeah.
Excellent D there from Allen. Markkanen against Caldwell-Pope. From the line, Porzingis.
Wala pa ba?
Boy, a clean, close look. What a missed opportunity.
Nice D, Markkanen and Mobley. Yeah.
Boy, that's the kind of look this offense is designed to create. That's just a tough miss.
The shot by Markkanen, nobody around.
Bang bang.
That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist.
Lowry.
Boy, you can really see the playmaking evolving. When Karis LeVert is hitting wide open teammates, it shows how special he can be.
Now here's Beal.
Palak na.
He blocked it to the flex off the backboard. A minute 50 left in the first quarter. Garland kicks to LeVert. Pass to Mobley. Back to Markkanen. Clock at 6. Porzingis against LeVert. From downtown. Porzingis with the block.
Porzingis so fast off the floor when he challenges the shot. Helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile 1 block we just saw on replay.
And an early swap like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
Beal.
Nice delivered.
Great D that time from LeVert. Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far.
LeVert.
The layup goes down.
And there's a deceptive strength to the lean frame of Karis LeVert, showing tremendous strength on his way to a tough finish.
And Markkanen out of Finland, Greg, was one of the hot names in free agency.
Nice D.
And surprisingly, didn't get an extension before the season. Just hard to find 7-footers that can shoot like Markkanen. You knew at least a few teams would try.
Lowry, Markkanen.
Is everything, right? So far in this one, this guy has been on the money.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
So timeout called here, the first for the Wizards.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Just feels like the basket is looking awfully small to them right now. They're having a hard time getting anything to fall.
And a new group getting ready to come in for Washington. Ryan is checked in for Porzingis. Hachimura comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Aviaz checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Kispert subbed in for Raul Neto. Now here's Rondo. Now the pass away. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Nice D, Okoro.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First free throw is good.
At the line for Washington.
Both shots good from the stripe.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
Here's Osman. The layup off target. And so it's Cleveland holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And we've got more NBA. Well, Bradley Beal has 4 brothers who played football. So how did he settle on that?
Mom said in high school, whoever would recruit me first basketball, football, so we stuck with it. So
simple. And it seems like it worked out for him.
No question. And his mother coached him up. So some all-around sports talent in the Beal family.
Father Thursday basketball continues here on 2K Sports. Always a good day to gather around and enjoy some terrific NBA action. And what do you guys think about the Cavaliers so far in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. Out on the wings for them, Sexton and Osman. That's Rajon Rondo. Then there's Kevin Love. And it's Wade in at the 4. Wizards trail by 10. It's Beal on the wing. They get it back. And Kevin throws it down.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this league.
Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a splash. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Driving to the basket. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Sexton's got the lead up to 10 now for Cleveland.
And I mean, I have Colin Sexton in Alabama. How about he scored 40 points in a game where the Tide only had 3 players on the court down the stretch. Young fella was undaunted.
Kispert, the pass to Beal. Finds himself wide open and drills it.
How about the three-shot preparation by Bradley Beal? So good in the catch-and-shoot game.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. And in that game with only 3 players, Sexton almost led them to a comeback, Greg. In fact, they actually cut a 14-point lead down to 3.
And that tells you about Sexton's mindset. He was not prepared to let them lose, even under the toughest scenario you can imagine.
And Washington going with a whole new group here. And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. Outside, Markkanen. Cleveland moving the ball around. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. One word you can use to describe Jared Allen, Greg, is efficient. He doesn't waste his chances at the offensive end. I mean, like ever.
He's very smart with his shot selection, but don't let that take away from his defense. Allen takes a lot of pride in protecting the rim.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Stevens is checked in. Here's Caldwell Pope. Here's Bryant. Cavaliers with the rebound.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Garland looking it over. Passes it to Stevens. Shot clock at 6. To the inside. He trades it as the shot clock ticks down.
Okay, Jared Allen, we see you making that look for a big man. That's a pretty pass.
Here's Neto. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Into the lane. Missed inside. And so it's Cleveland enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Cleveland came ready to play. A smoldering performance for them early as they shut down everything defensively and were clicking on offense, going 10-0 to start. When the clock ran out in the first quarter, they were up by 8. Then in quarter number 2, they actually increased their intensity to pull further out in front, finishing with a double-digit advantage at the half. What do you think, Shaq, about Cleveland?
The difference so far has been the efficiency of their offense. The ball movement is really good. They're not afraid to use the whole shot clock if they have to.
with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been quite a game for Lauri Markkanen.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, he knows they're coming for him, but he's accustomed to that kind of attention, and he's quite comfortable dealing with it.
They've got Porzingis. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Caldwell Pope. Then there's Bradley Beal, and it's Neto in at the point guard. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards. And a lot of players want a voice in team strategy. And I've always wondered, Greg, is there a downside for coaches letting their players get too involved?
I mean, there is a belief that you can have too many cooks in the kitchen, right? But if a player knows his stuff, it's worth at least hearing him out, if only to keep those open lines of communication.
Garland with it. Picked up by Kuzma. Levert against Beal. Here's Mobley.
2 minutes.
That shot missing. And the Wizards now going the other way. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Neto kicks to Caldwell Pope. Back to Neto. Got a piece of it. Over to the left wing. Garland left side. There's Markkanen. The offensive rebound. Pass to Allen. Unable to get that one. Nice D from Porzingis. Pass to Beal. Shoots over Levert. And they get it back. Takes it inside. Neto. Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
This is a good scorer who's got size and athleticism. Karis LeVert is not going to struggle to throw it down.
Allen against Porzingis. And the pass to Neto. Trying to end the drought. It's deflected, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And now another look at that mobile one block defensive performance.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
Washington making some changes. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Porzingis. Bryant comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And Rui Hachimura subbed in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Markkanen passes to Garland. Back to Markkanen. Shoots over Hachimura. No good off the front iron.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Bryant passes to Beal. Over Mobley. Misses the easy stuff. And so it's Cleveland. With a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. Things have been clicking offensively, defensively, you name it. And they are riding this wave of momentum. Back to the action after this word. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And so it's Beal. He'll bring it up for Washington. It's a 16-point game. Ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So on the floor for Cleveland. Mobley and Allen, the 2 big men inside. Karis LeVert is out there with Darius Garland. And it's Markkanen in at the 3 spot. Passes it to Allen. And the rejection by Gafford. And he gets it back. Shot clock at 3. Second chance effort. Almost, but it rolls out. Inside. Outside for Beal. And here is Allen. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Mobley at the elbow.
2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter.
Pass to LeVert. Launches a three. And another miss by Cleveland. Wizards trail by 14. Kuzma passes to Hachimura. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Lowry Markkanen.
Well, you know Rui wants to score it. He will not retreat in the face of some tough defense. Nicely done.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Cleveland.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
Yeah, they're taking care of business in the paint, too, getting valuable points down low there.
The first free throw is good.
And it's always exciting to see a developing talent like Rui Hachimura.
There's no doubt, because the growth we've seen from him has been so encouraging. This guy works on himself, looks to improve his skill set, and you only hope the stat line continues to improve.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Porzingis is checked in for Daniel Gafford. And Raul Neto subbed in for Kyle Kuzma. Most NBA players are stars, Greg, once they start college basketball. But that was not the case with Rui Hachimura.
And coming over from Japan, there was an adjustment period for Rui, averaging just 2 points per game as a freshman. But he really grew his game in college. As a junior, Hachimura was a conference player of the year, turning himself into a top 10 pick in the 2019 draft.
Yeah, Bradley Beal just takes it right into the defender's chest. Beautifully done.
To the inside. Allen shot is off. Wizards trail by 12. Here's Beal. Drives to the hoop.
He's playing the game with excitement right now.
He kept off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. To the middle. Here's Markkanen. That's good, and it's Garland with the assist. And that's now 7 points for Lowry Markkanen.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Cavaliers.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way. A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was
for Lowry Markkanen.
Boy, forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every play. And with that kind of activity, I don't know how you don't wear down.
It's stolen by Hachimura. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And the dunk by Hachimura.
This is the area of greatest improvement in Mr. Bradley Beal's game. How about the growth in his passing? Wow.
Garland the pass to LeVert. 12 seconds left in the game. Allen finds LeVert. Outside Markkanen. Outside Garland. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Olden, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports Group, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.